All right, welcome back. We're going to look again at doing problem sets on Khan Academy. We are in third grade in the unit Addition, Subtraction, and Estimation. And I'm looking right here at a skill called Find the Missing Number, Add and Subtract within 1,000. Notice that my mastery points over here are 0 out of 100. Every skill is worth 100 mastery points. So you can see in the unit, I've got 880 out of 1,600 possible mastery points. Since there are 1,600 possible mastery points and everyone is worth 100, that means that I know in this unit I've got 16 skills. Here's one of them. And you'll notice on this one, it's got this little diamond on the right there, and the bars at the bottom. That is because the last time I tried that set of problems, I did not get enough of those problems correct to show that I was even familiar with it, okay? So I actually got one right out of the 4 possible questions, okay? So I learned from that by using the hints, and I learned from that by thinking through the problems more carefully, and now I'm going to try again. Here we go. So, what number makes this equation true? Here's my equation. 822 equals something, some number, plus 589. Now, last time I was stuck on this, and you'll notice at the bottom of every problem in any of these problem sets, it says stuck, question mark, watch a video or use a hint. If we do that, if we click on that, it will give me these options. I can either look at one of these videos that's related. There's a video on a missing number for 3-digit addition within 1,000, and there's a missing number for 3-digit subtraction within 1,000. Well, in this case, it's an addition problem, so if I wanted to see someone else work through a problem like this and talk about how it's done and what things mean, I can use that video. If I do that, it's fine. I can come back to this and answer the question, and it will count it correct if I get it correct. That's fine. My other option is to use hints. Now, if you click on hints, it will automatically count that problem wrong. That's okay. I'll explain. The hints are very, very useful. They explain step by step how to solve this particular problem. So see, the videos give you information about this kind of problem, but not about this particular problem. The hint actually steps you through solving that problem one step at a time, and it explains things really well. So if you aren't confident that you understand something, using a hint is a great way to learn. It counts it wrong because once you open that, it's giving you steps, it's providing work that you were supposed to do to demonstrate mastery. That means that the people at Khan Academy demonstrated mastery, not you, so they're not going to credit you with mastery points for that, right? That makes sense. Okay, so let's see. We're not going to get a hint this time. We're not going to check out a video this time, but I wanted you to see that that was there. Now, we're going to solve the problem. So 822 equals some number plus 589. All right, so I'm going to increase 589 until I get to 822. I learned last time that I can do that by adding the largest place values, numbers to the largest place value until I get as close as possible to my sum as I can without going past it. So in this case, I can add 100 and it'd be 689. I can add another, that's 200s, that'd be 789. If I add a third one, I'd be at 889, but that's too much. I can't add that much. So I'm going to add 200s. I'll put that here. So I've added 200s. Now, I'm at 789. Then I want to add 10s until I get as close to 822 as possible. If I add 2 10s to this, I'll be at 809. Okay, 2 10s. If I add Another 10, I'll be at 819. That's fine. It's less than 822. If I add another one, I'll be at 829, but that's too much, so I can only add 3. So I add 3 tens. That puts me at 819. And then I need to add 1s until I get there. 19, 20, 21, 22. So I add another 3 wholes, and now I'm to 822. So this is just my side work that I might do, scratch work on the side of a piece of paper. You can write on the board, you can write on the screen here, but I highly encourage you to write on paper when you have the opportunity, because you're less likely to make mistakes. Almost every student, me for sure, is much less likely to make mistakes writing out my work on paper than I do using my finger on a screen. Don't know why, but it's true. So, here we go. We have added 233. That's the number we want to put in here. 233. Check our answer. Yay, it gives us confetti and a star. We got it right. We're going to go to the next one. All right, what number makes this equation true? Something minus 435 equals 210. Let's see. We're going to take some number, the box, we're going to call that x. We'll do this algebraically. All right, so here's my equation. I want to solve for x. Well, I don't want subtracting 435 on this side of the equation. I want to get rid of that, so x is alone. So if I add 435 to both sides of the equation, I get x plus nothing, right? Negative 435 plus itself gives us 0, and then we have 210 plus 435 is 645, and that's my answer. So I'll enter that. Check. Next question. 230 plus something equals 378. So we get, let's do it like this. We start at 230 and we go some distance over here to 378. If we add 100, we're at 330. If we add another 100, we'll be too far. So we add 100. And that brings us to 330. And then how many 10s can we add? Looks like we can add 4 of them. So we'll add 4 10s, that's 40. And that brings us to 370. And now it looks like we can add 8 more 1s. And that brings us here. So we have added 148. And that's our number. 148. All right. Next question. Here's a subtraction one. Okay, so this is 960 minus something equals 581. Let's do that visually again like the last one. So 960 minus some amount is going to give us 581. So I'm using math conventions. On a number line we going left is subtraction, right? So we're subtracting some amount. If we take away 400s from 900, we'll be at 500. We'll be at 560, but that's too far to the left. So we can't take 400s. We'll have to take 3 of them away. So we subtract 300, and that brings us to 660. And then we want to subtract 10s, all of those 10s, 6 10s, and we want to subtract another 10, so 7 10s. Will bring us to 590. And then we want to subtract 1s. Looks like we take away 9 1s. So that brings us to 581, and we have subtracted 379. So that's our number. 379. Yay! Last time I only got 1 right. This time, after I thought about their hints and I thought through the problems more carefully, made sure I entered the right numbers that I meant to enter, because Last time, one of the problems was I just didn't type the right number even though I thought the right number. Now, we have answered all the questions correctly, not only because I thought through them correctly, but because I carefully entered the data. And we're done with that, and it says, awesome, gives us confetti, you got 4 out of 4 right. And when we go back to the page that we were on, it shows that our mastery points went from 0 out of 100 to 80 out of 100. I don't get 100 out of 100 by getting all of them right on this problem set. In order to bump that up from being proficient, being 80 out of 100, to being mastered, 100 out of 100, I have to go to the bottom of the unit, take the unit test, and get the problem of that skill type correct. I have to do that because mastery suggests that you can answer the question correctly when it's in an assortment of various questions, rather than being all the same kind of question, which makes the problem sets easier. Okay, we'll talk more about that stuff later.